I'm gonna do it. Regardless, I have to put it out there. They need to know. Mac 4, if you can hear me at all, El City is experiencing large amounts of kidnapping, child abduction. Please, we need your help. The technical difficulties is probably the reason why guys haven't been tuned into what's going on. We need your help.
Ego, I'll make sure that you're okay, so nothing will destroy your day. Let me be a superhero, I don't need no alter ego. I'll make sure that you're okay, so nothing will destroy your day. I'll be there for you, try and do whatever I can. I got speed and strength, I'll be like I'm Superman. Just doing what I can be a Superman. Up, and away, I'll be there to save the day. All superheroes don't wear capes, just follow me and you'll be safe. All superheroes don't wear capes. Risking my life is what I'm gonna take. I can be fearless, that's what I'm here to do. My main mission is to make your dream come true. All superheroes have someone they love. They'll do anything when push comes to shove.
I'll be fast as the Flash. You don't have to worry because I'm right here. I got what it takes to prevent evil coming near. I'm strong enough to take them all. I can make your enemies fall. I can be a fighting machine just like the Hulk. They gon' be scared of me because I'm nice and bulk. Yeah, I don't need a cape to be high and mighty. I just got one mission, to make you shine brightly.
Let me be a superhero, I don't need no alter ego. I'll make sure that you're okay, so nothing will destroy your day. Let me be a superhero, I don't need no alter ego. I'll make sure that you're okay, so nothing will destroy your day.
Let me be a superhero,
I don't need no alter ego.
let me be a superhero,
I don't need no alter ego.
let me be a superhero,
I don't need no alter ego.
I'll make sure that you're okay.
So nothing will destroy your day. Let me be a superhero, I don't need no alter ego. I'll make sure that you're okay, so nothing will destroy your day. Let me be a superhero, I don't need no alter ego. I'll make sure that you're okay, so nothing will destroy your day. 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 Nothing will destroy your day.
Hello, and welcome back to International Fathers. I'm your host and your creator, Nelson L. Moody Sr. As you know, I like to recap from my last talk show, which was amazing. All of my guests, all of my shows are amazing with capital letters. We had Lawrence Prescott here, and he was giving his take on his view as his fatherhood. I met him through his daughter at the place where we both work at, and she said that she has the best dad in the world. And I said, no, my children will challenge you on that, to say that they have the best dad in the world. And my guest to the left today is going to probably say he has the best dad in the world.
I got the best dad in the world.
So,
So
it looked like we're going to be debating this all day long each time somebody comes on here. But he also wants to bring awareness to the Caribbean culture. He also wants to bring awareness to Caribbean food, amongst a whole lot of other things. And he shall be a return guest in 2019, which is right around the corner. You little children that's 4 and 5 years old, don't look around the corner, because it's just a term that we use. Fathers, if you had a chance to visit and talk to your children and see them and you didn't, nobody or nothing stopped you or hindered you, I want to know why. Because those children need you in their life. They love you and they need you, and you also need them also. My next guest, like I told y'all before, today is going to be very personal to me. If I slur my words today, forgive me. If I can't talk correctly, forgive me. If you see anything out of the ordinary, forgive me. My hands are getting sweaty now, so I know that this is, like I said, is personal to me, and those who know my life as a fatherless child, up until being the greatest father on the earth. He might debate that, but he ain't said nothing yet. But is it going to be a something personal to me? He is a singer and a songwriter who plays the saxophone. He started his career with his first single called Hello Dad in the early summer of 2017. He was first inspired for music from his parents at a very young age. His father always had an ear for it and passed it on to a strong sense to his son. I'm going to stop right there for just 1 second. His father passed that on to his son is something that, in my book, I've always said that when a father passes something on to his son is a beautiful thing. And to have one in your life is a beautiful thing. Hold on. To have something passed on from your father to you is a beautiful thing. I've always said that if you name your son after you and you're a senior and he's junior, make sure that you do something that junior will be proud of. He has music out. Excuse me. It's personal to me, like I told you before. He got music out on CD Baby, iTunes, Apple Music. What's that? Spotify.
Yeah, Spotify. Yeah.
Spotify.
Yes, sir.
YouTube and more. I'm going to present to some and introduce to others. Danielle John.
How y'all doing? How y'all doing?
Good day, sir. Thanks for being here today.
Thanks for having me. Thanks for having me.
It was my pleasure. Like I said, it's personal to me, and they don't even know why yet, but they'll see why. Had a guest last week, Lawrence Prescott, who did his thing, and your father was watching the show. And he reached out to Lawrence. I ended up seeing the message that he sent Lawrence. And as I said, he notified me, contacted me through Instagram. And I looked at it for a while, and I didn't reply to it for such a while. But when I did reply, and I opened it up, it was something so beautiful that it took me a while to get over it once I started listening to it. It's a song. It's called Hello Dad. And the essence, the substance of this song, it ripped through me like a 50 cal bullet.
Wow.
For years, Eddie and Joe Levert song Wind Beneath My Wings have always been a outstanding song to me, to see how a father and a son sit and sing to each other. But when I heard your song and your dad involved with it, it took me to a different level. That song is full of emotion, and it's beautiful. And not just that, man. You're blessed, like a lot of other people, to have a dad in your life. One that has been there for you sacrificed, and did a lot of things for you. I didn't have that, but my children do. And the thing that your father has done, excuse me, thank you. The thing that your father has done, for you throughout your life. Excuse me. I know you don't take it for granted. And I know that he loves you. And you love him.
Most definitely.
Because of the song. Because of what's in it. And that to me is probably one of the highest honors a child could ever give back to his father. Knowing that, Dad, I appreciate you, everything that you have done for me. You have guided me. You have shown me stuff. I've always said that it's nothing like a father's love to where he embraces his child and show by actions his love, his sacrifices, his humbleness, his meekness, his temperance. And I know that all that is in your dad.
Yes.
Based upon the song that you've written and sang to him. I guess you can come in and let's talk about your dad.
Wow. Well, first off, Mr. Moody, thank you. Thank you for having me on this show. Most definitely, this is
You're welcome.
As you said, this is personal to you. This is actually really personal to me because a little bit about my dad. I mean, he grew up in Grenada. He was he was poor. He didn't have much. It was a lot that my dad had to go through. He had to face a lot of adversity. And the way that he came up, the sacrifices that he made for me and my brother, it's real crazy. It's real crazy.
Mm-hmm.
And I can most definitely say I'm blessed. Most definitely say I'm blessed. My dad, knowing, especially knowing that he didn't even have his father in his life. His
Mm-hmm.
father wasn't even in his life, and I would have never even known that because my dad pretty much hit all the points on what it means to be a father, a good person,
Mm-hmm.
you know, and it's a lot, you know. It's really emotional because it's just like I'm thankful to be here right now. I mean, I wouldn't have made it this far. I wouldn't have done the things that I do without my dad just pushing me and encouraging me, you know, being there for me. Because there was a lot of times when I was young and I was so naive, I was stupid. I didn't know what I was saying. I didn't know what I was doing. My dad was just trying to guide me, getting me to a better direction. And I mean, it wasn't too much of really bad things that I did, but I wasn't supposed to do them. You know what I'm saying? It's just, you know, stupid things. You know how young kids we just mess around. We make mistakes. That's how we grow up and learn.
Right.
But as I got older, as I got older, I started to have some sense, you know,
Okay.
and I started to realize all the great things that my dad, you know, my parents have done for me. And I can truly say I'm blessed and I'm grateful for all they've done, you know. That's why I made that song. That's a big reason why I made that song. I made it with and for my dad. Yes, sir.
Caller, we're going to call in 470-251-4343. We're going to go ahead and let you hear the song, Hello, Dad. About 30 seconds to 45 seconds, we're going to let them hear Hello, Dad. Our producer's getting song ready.
This is what I sent you, right?
Yes.
Okay. As I grow, I start to realize what you've been doing. I wanna thank you for all that you've done. And I'm really proud to say that I'm your son. Hello, Dad. Hello, Dad. Yeah. Now when things started, it was very different. You tried to teach me things, but I didn't listen. And this is coming from my heart. So many memories, I don't know where to start. Through all the fussing and fighting, you show me that you love me every day. Just know I appreciate it, and I just wanna say hello, Dad. I'm really proud to say that I'm his son. Hello, Dad. I'm really proud to say that I'm your son. Hello, Dad. Hello, Dad. Hey, y'all about to see my dad. Hello, Dad. Hello, Dad. Hello, Dad. Hello, Dad. got that rock from. Hello there, yeah. All the fussing and fighting, you show me that you love me every day. Just know I appreciate it, and I just wanna say hello there. I'm really proud to say that I'm your son. Hello there. I'm really proud to say that I'm your son. Hello, Dad. Yeah. I'm really proud to say that I'm your son. Hello, Dad. I'm really proud to say that I'm your son.
Hello, son.
Yeah, Dad.
I'm really proud to say that you're my son.
Thanks, Dad. I love you.
I love you, son. Let me get my mic.
I love my dad.
Hello, Dad. Man, you know, if I known this interview was gonna cause this many tears, I might not have had it. But then again, there's a reason for everything. And you just brought out some, I'm gonna call them tears of joy, because even though I can't say what you can say, my children can say that. You know, and I believe that I absorb the pain of a lot of children. Now, y'all gotta listen to how I say this, right? Y'all know I like to teach y'all, so my tears are dry for right now unless he starts singing again. By me saying that, those children who didn't have access to dad for some unknown circumstances, and there's three sides to a story: mine, his, and the truth. I'm not going to get deep into that. I also believe I absorbed some pain of those children who were fatherless growing up, not been able to see their dad. I also believe I have absorbed some pain for some children who have not known that someone was their dad until years later. I believe I absorbed some pain of some children who just wanted dad in their life. You know, and I believe that I have mustered that throughout the years and channeled it through International Fathers to bridge fathers and children because of the pain that a child go through. I used to say mainly the boys, but you all could say mainly girls too, because without the dad there, then they don't know certain things as far as what to look for in a mate. but the sons could just reproduce the same goodness as dad. And it gets to be a generational thing. Grandfather good, father good, son good. And for those who are fortunate to have a fourth generation, that fourth generation, he can carry the same thing on too.
That's on the legacy.
That's on the legacy. You know, but that's why I start off the show with, if you had that chance to visit your children and you didn't, why? I want to know why. And if nobody stops you or hinders you, I want to know why. I've always told guys that when you do right by your children, God bless you. After I'm 114 years old and leaving this earth, if nothing else is on my obituary, Nelson L. Moody Sr. did right by his children. That's all that need to be on there. And everybody who know me throughout the course of years will stand up one by one. Say, if nothing else, I did a lot of good things, Caesar. Don't think I didn't. But that right there, he did right by his children. The man was worth $100 zillion. He had property all over the world. That ain't even gonna matter. He did right by his children. Our call number here is 470-251-4343, Stats Network here in Atlanta, Georgia. And it's so much was going through my mind when you two were singing it. So much that just went through my body, down to the core, my bones, my heart. Hello, Dad. The relationship, the bonding that you had with your father. The bond that he has with you. And it's just genuine. Like it is all over the world too, but I'm talking about this right here, based upon that song. Steve Harvey, Ellen DeGeneres, if you guys are listening out there, Daniel John needs to be on your talk show. Anybody with the influence, Ludacris, Tyrese, people down here in Atlanta, have a talk show. Status Network, my talk show family. Daniel John. Hello, Dad. That's a meal by itself. That song. The steak, the potatoes, the vegetables, the biscuits, a lot of butter in between it. Don't judge me, y'all. Don't judge me. Grape Kool-Aid, mayonnaise jar. Don't judge me, Baltimore. A lot of ice. That song was just a full meal.
Thank you so much.
And it's moving. I just got it still in my head. Hello, Dad. Dad, I love you. I love you too, son. Aside from the song, it's also good to see fathers and son hug. Fathers kiss their sons. Sons kiss their fathers. They hug each other. They love each other.
Yes, sir.
They love each other. And I don't know why some would trip over that.
That's a really important topic to talk about. That makes a lot of sense because I would believe in today's society, you would see a lot to where there's a lot of let's say toxic masculinity. That's the best. That's the best way to describe it. That's a good term because they believe that for some reason men, the only emotions they're supposed to have is lust and anger, you know, and I don't agree with that. I just don't. I feel like, I mean, men can love, men can laugh, men can cry, and it can be completely fine, you know what I'm saying? It doesn't, I would say, crying and stuff like that, that's not something that doesn't make you a man, and violence and all this other things, this anger, it doesn't make you a man, you know what I'm saying? All these, I would believe all these things, all these traits that they're trying to, all these stereotypes that they're trying to put on males is it's not good and it's not healthy.
Okay.
It's not healthy. It's something that you really need to show people and expand the meaning of what it means to be a man and a good father, you know what I'm saying? A good person in general. Yeah, that's a really important thing to talk about. I like that you really brought that up.
Yeah, because cliches, but reality, I mean, this song just brought me in tears from people when they're looking at me from around the world. This song it just overcame my emotion, and to sit here and say that this song did nothing to me, I would be lying, because you saw what it did to me. And I'm gonna probably think about it later on tonight. I'm gonna play it again. I might be in my room, sitting in my chair by my desk in the dark and just thinking about it. Not crying, but just thinking about the impact of a father has on his children. But then go back to the part when your dad came up here, y'all saying that he hugged and kissed you. I myself don't think that there's nothing wrong with that. It's a bond. I cried. Somebody else who was out there, that's household name, Tyler Perry, which is at Medea, when he was in the stage, he said, if you're a man and you want a job, you will stand up here in a dress. And he said, go, what? I don't know if you saw that one. While I got a sidestep for just 1 second here, because I posted something on my Facebook page, I believe it was yesterday, at work. And I hope that he's listening. He's probably not listening, but if he is, though, a guy came past me, and he had a Tyler Perry studio jacket on. And I was questioning him. I asked him, I had pitched my work to him. And he just was a bougie type, uppity guy that just, like, get away from me like that. And I was just pitching my work to him. But the conversation was short-lived, because he told me that he don't take private people's work. But I told the guy, I said, you know what? Remember my face. Remember my face.
Remember me when I meet Tyler Perry.
Yeah.
I saw the post.
Yeah. Because I'm going to meet him. You know, I'm just determined that's in everybody who I hashtag, or I'm going to get it wrong, but the little thing is that tagging. Yes. You know, and your father, he observed that real quick. You know, like I always told my children, I never know who's watching my work. You know, there's some people out there who are looking at it, and they're looking at it hard. You know, but the relationship that you have with your dad and your dad with you, man, is something that I wanted years ago. But like I said, it's 3 stories to everything. But I absorbed the pain from the people who I mentioned that may be going through that. You know, and this is a show also with everything attached to it, inspiring and honoring fathers to be a part of children's lives while saluting and honoring those who are there. It just brings together father and children. And I've said for years that in the case of a single mom, when she see dad doing this, she's more happier because you're taking that time to get involved with your children. Y'all don't live in the same household, but I always told guys, do that. Number one, God is going to bless you for taking care of your children. And then at the end, he's going to hold you accountable for what you didn't do or did do with them. I haven't had that debated. Not if I ever have that debated. But the thing, as I call it every now and then, that thing called fatherhood is awesome. To me, it's the best blessing that ever been bestowed upon a man with respect to God and a spouse. You don't have children yet, but I'm pretty sure that what your father instilled in you, some of it you're going to take with you when you start having children.
Of course.
Then you'll get some or add your own or take away. Because they say in life, I don't believe I ever said this in my life before, but this is the first time I believe I'm going to say this. They say parenting don't come with a manual. Oh, don't throw nothing at me. I know it don't. I know it don't. But you learn, you look at stuff, you dive into it, you execute, and take care of. Obligation, commitment, responsibility, fatherhood.
Sure.
But you guys have, y'all people out there in Facebook land around the world that's looking and listening to this, personal interview of mine, like I said before, I'm watching the dad in the studio and looking at him and looking at his son and going back and forth lets me know that a genuine love was formed between these two males before he was born, while being still carried. And it's still a lasting love relationship that one would want to emulate or imitate or copy. And I got to give words on everybody's level. Or draw. That's for you little 5 and 6 year olds. You can draw their relationship on a piece of paper. For you educated people, you know, I had to throw the big words in there. But we all getting the same thing, and that's duplicating or reproducing. There's some more words in there. Of a father and a son relationship like the one that you see right here. And it's just beautiful. It's a 4-course meal, like I said. I might not go home to eat tonight. I'm full. You know, you be in church all day long. Wait, no, that's a different thing. I forgot because people, y'all, from back in the 60s and 70s, you know how y'all go. We went to church all day long. That 4-course meal of listening. That's what I just got today, and it was definitely delicious. Hello, Dad. Whatever came. How'd you come up with that song?
Well, it was actually a funny story because I remember when I first started. I woke up one morning and I told my dad, I was like, "Hey, Dad, I want to make music."
Mm-hmm.
He was like, yes, you know what I'm saying? Let's go. Because he was excited because my dad's a musician, and you know, once again, I want to be like my dad. My dad is a big inspiration in my life. So when he was talking about he did music, he did all these things, he was in a band and stuff like that, I want to do the same thing. So I was in the band before. I played the sax, you know, as you said before, and it's just everything. I just did it because of him. So I was just like, the first song that I was about to make, what better thing to do than make a song for my dad? Because I mean, just for all the things that he's done, I mean, he deserves it. He deserves way more. But one thing I know that I could have done for him right now was to make him that song, because he deserved it.
Now you may have just sideswiped and answered my question, because I was going to ask you, other than the musical aspect of your dad, why else do you want to be like him?
Because he gets
and
I'm ready to go.
I'm gonna use some sarcasm. He came from Honduras. I mean, not Honduras, Grenada. He was poor. He didn't have nothing. So why would you want to be like him? And y'all just gotta just understand. You know, I'm not down in this situation. I'm just using what was presented before us as to why he won't be like his father after his father endured all of that.
Well, with that, knowing where he came from, there's been a quote, I believe you've heard it before, it's not about where you're from, it's where you're at. And the things that my dad had to overcome from where he was from to all the things that he's achieved now, it shows that he's a hustler. It shows that there's no procrastination in what he wants to do. If he needs something done, he gets it now. And that's one thing that he showed me in life, because nobody's going to wait for me, you know? Nobody's going to wait for me to do the things that I have to do. I have to make sure I get those things done. And that was a big thing that I had to learn, because I used to procrastinate. I used to do these things. And, I mean, don't get me wrong. I mean, I'm not perfect. I still make some mistakes like that. But, I mean, I've grown a lot better in those things. And that's a big thing, especially in this world. If you want to do something, you got to make sure you get it now. You seize the day. Carpe diem, you know?
So for that son out there that's listening to us, what can you say, or what would you say to him if you have a father like yours but don't take advantage and don't appreciate, or just whatever?
I'll tell him, I said, he needs to look at everything that he has, see how it was brought into his life, and he needs to reevaluate his mindset, to be honest, because if he has somebody in his life that cares for him so much, and he's not grateful, I guess he's, you know, showing his dad attitude, disrespect, things like that, I kind of would put that more into a term of, like, I would say, I can't say necessarily spoiled, because you can be spoiled and grateful at the same time. You can, you know, but I feel like there's a lot of growing up to do, most definitely, because you need to realize all the sacrifice that your dad or whoever is significant in your life, you know, did to get you the things that you have. It didn't just grow from a tree, you know? It didn't just come from nowhere. So that's the things you got to realize, where these things come from, what sacrifice they had to make for me to get this toy on Christmas Day, or for me to have this meal or this roof on top of my head. It didn't just come out of nowhere. Somebody didn't just say, oh, yeah, you can have that, you know? They had to work for it.
Where could people follow you at?
To follow me, my Instagram is Daniel_R_John. My Twitter is the same thing, Daniel R_John, or DJ_Hooper. I have two Twitters. Don't judge me for the name. It's okay. But you can find me on iTunes, CD Baby, Spotify, YouTube, many more networks worldwide for my music. I have 4 songs on there. SoundCloud, I have more songs, the same thing. It's just Daniel John. The songs are called Hello Dad, I Love You Mom, First Sight, and my recent one that just released is called Typhoon. They're all pretty good songs. I feel like I will enjoy it. But yeah, those are the places you can find me at.
Wow, we Sunday, January 13th for 2019 from 4 to 7 p.m. Stats Network will have a media mixer here. TV, radio, podcast, magazine, networking for all businesses. Is going to be here at 777 Cleveland Avenue, Atlanta, Georgia, 30315, Suite 406. Let me run it by you one more time. Sunday, January 13th, 2019. That's next month, y'all. That's also some years ago the Super Bowls. Well, I ain't going to mess with that right about now. From 4 to 7 p.m., Status Network Media Mixer. TV, radio, podcast, magazines, networking for all businesses. 777 Cleveland Avenue, Atlanta, Georgia, 30315, Suite 406. Fathers. Not fathers, but anybody out there, if you know a dad like to be on this talk show, International Fathers, send me a 350-word essay as to why he should be on this talk show, along with a short bio and your contact information to Nelson L. Moody Sr. at gmail.com. That is NELSONLMOODY Senior SR at gmail.com. And if you get in there real soon, you could be the last guest of the last talk show here, International Fathers of the year 2018. Get that bio in. You never know what may happen. Fathers, 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 call those children. And children, 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 call those fathers. Fathers, 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 hug those children. And children, 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 hug those fathers. Until next time.